Hey everybody, Dylan Distraction here, coming to you live from Batlantic Studios. Going to do a quick back to the drawing board, show you what's on my drawing table, talk about comic books, show you this sweet shirt I'm wearing. I got it at Coast City Comics. It's backwards in the camera, but it says read a book, swear word, profanity. Yeah, big announcement today. Really excited to find out that Top Cow, one of my favorite publishers, is going to be doing their talent hunt again. I put a link in the information below. So, yeah, let me know what you think about this. I'd be dying to hear what everyone thinks. I've submitted before to the Top Cow talent hunt. I look back at my samples that I had done last year, and it's like, ugh, I can do better now. I've improved. So I'm hoping when I submit this year that my stuff will be even more awesomer. Yeah, so let me know if you're going to be submitting, if you as a writer or artist are going to be submitting work for the Top Cow Talent Hunt. Yeah, I think it's great. The Top Cow, Matt Hawkins, Mark Silvestri, they do this every year to try to find unpublished talent and people that want to break into comic books. I think it's so exciting, so cool. And this year, I guess they're going to be focusing more on the postal. What is the postal and I have notes over here. Think Tank, Tithe, Samaritan, Eden's Fall. I'm not as familiar with those books, but I know they're very popular. So yeah, I'm going to download the sample script and try to figure out what the characters look like and make some pages and submit them. And I think if you submit early enough, you can get feedback, which is really cool. So definitely an amazing opportunity. Of course, I love classic Top Cow. If you know me, you know I like 90s genre, Chromium Age, over-the-top comic books. So looking back at like The Darkness and Cyberforce and Witchblade, that was kind of my stuff. That's the stuff I love. So yeah, I'm gonna flip the camera now and maybe do some drawing. That's what I'm thinking. So let me know if you have any questions. Share, comment below. All right, flipping the camera. Turn on the lights. So this is the page I'm working on now for my comic book archive, The Warhood Odyssey. This was the page I was thinking earlier. Yeah, looking pretty good. My character, Aaron Allard. Yeah, I'm really excited about the Top Cow Talent Hunt. I submitted last year, and I was looking back at my pages that I had done, and I think I've improved substantially since my last submission. So I'm really excited to try doing a new script with some new characters that I'm not as familiar with. Of course, I'm a vintage kind of Top Cow guy. I grew up with Mark Silvestri's my favorite artist, so classic stuff is the stuff I'm a big fan of, and I'm hoping that I love their new stuff. I think that it's great that their new stuff is popular. I just got Magdalena. That one looks really good, and I'm really hopeful that they don't lose some of that vintage '90s Witchblade, Darkness kind of stuff. I know that those currently aren't being published. I was disappointed that they decided to end those titles. I mean, the Ron Mars run on Broken Trinity. I mean, that stuff's cool. I loved all that stuff. And I wish they were doing more of that. But yeah, I think Postal and what is the other one? The Tithe, Samaritan, Think Tank. I know those are very popular. I'm definitely gonna be checking them out, especially if I'm going to submit to this talent hunt. I have to be familiar with the characters and know what's going on. So, and I think that's definitely part of the reason why they do these talent hunts every year, so that they can generate interest in their properties and have more people find these new titles that maybe they aren't familiar with, and especially if people only know the vintage stuff and only know the older '90s stuff, that they might not know the Top Cow's doing these newer books. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense from a marketing and sales standpoint too. But you know me. I'm classic Cyberforce, Darkness, Witchblade. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. All that over the top crazy '90s stuff. That was my era. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm just gonna do a little live drawing here. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. My back is feeling better. In case you're wondering, I'm not complaining about it because I'm moving past it. Letting it go. Letting it go. I think that's part of the thing with being I used to do physical labor, and you'd have nicks and cuts and bruises, but with doing this sort of sitting at a desk work, it's like your back hurts and your vision starts to go, and it's I guess it's just part of it. You just kind of have to just deal with it. So, all part of the fun. What are you gonna do? Nothing you do. So yeah, I'm interested to hear if other people are going to be doing the Top Cat talent hunt. I haven't yet read the script, but the one I did last year was the Aphrodite universe. So that's kind of cool. I wasn't as familiar with those characters either, but just great that they give the opportunity for writers and artists to get a little bit more exposure. I mean, really, that's such a big part of it, is that you got to have the chops and you got to want to do this. That's the thing, is that you got to want it. Like, you can't just it'll all work out. You got to go and get it. And any little bit helps. Any little bit. Even just doing it and having it be terrible, you're going to get better just by doing it. And I was looking back at my old stuff and I was like, ooh. But that's great. That means I'm getting better. I'm improving and moving forward and getting my technique down and learning how to create a page better and be more awesomer. It's all just about being way more awesomer. Whoever can be the most awesomer wins. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Please like, share, comment. How's your Friday going? What are you having for dinner? I think I'm getting Thai food. I think that was Tracy requested Thai food. It's Tracy Picks Friday. I know that no one knows what that means. But we refer to it as Tracy Picks Friday because she gets to pick what we do on Fridays. Not always, but today it is. Tracy Picks Friday. So this is these are my characters, Locke and Yari from my comic book, Archive of the Warhood Odyssey, available at batlanticstudios.com. Thank you so much for your support, continued support. Truly appreciate it. Such a thrill to be making comics. So appreciative. So happy to be making books. Such a thrill. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that this figure came out. I don't know if you've read issue number 2, but they are like hoverboarding. So when I'm doing these pages, I'm trying to be conscious of where dialogue's going to go. Not maybe there and there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hey, Steven. 7 pages of inking. Let's see. I've done... It's been a busy day. All I did was this. So the fraction is like not even a third. So 6 3/4 left. That's not even a quarter. Yeah, inking. I love inking, but it's definitely. So I got this one all blue lined and red lined up, and then I got this one, 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 and now I've started penciling this one. I don't know what my problem is. I'm in a groove with my penciling. I'm really, I feel like I got a good. I'm just happy with how my penciling's going. So I'm just like, hey, just keep rolling with it. And it used to be that I would do penciling in the morning and then inking in the afternoon. That was kind of working for me, or inking in the evening, because I can kind of slow down. But with the penciling, I've just been in a nice groove with it, so I just kept rolling with it. It's like, yeah, just And I think that's the thing. That's the great thing about being an indie comic book creator. That yeah, I don't have a deadline. I mean, there's no, you know, if you're a penciler and you're working with an inker, that inker's waiting on you to finish your pencils. I got nobody waiting for me, you know, and so I can really just enjoy the process and have fun with it. And I am incredibly grateful and appreciative and happy that I get to do that. I don't have to rush through stuff. And there's even pages I've inked and I look back at now and I'm like, oh man, I don't know, like this one. I'm happy with it, but there's parts of it where I'm like, I could do that better. And that's a trick too, is you got to be able to know when to move on and know when to go back. Yeah, inking just takes time. And you were saying your pencils are real tight, and that's tough. You know, if your pencils are real tight, like this is as tight as I would get on this. And then this is as tight as that's kidding. I mean, I don't want to make it any tighter than that because then it becomes too precious, and I freeze up when I'm trying to ink it. So I always try to keep everything pretty loose. Altering that quick sketch. Oh, all right. I won't bust you. I hope the remodel's going good. That sounds like real work. Yeah. Real work. Yuck. Lifting heavy things? No, thank you. I'd rather go golfing. So is anybody going to Bangor Comic and Toy Con in May? I'm going to be there. I'm going to have a table. Never had a table at a comic book convention before. I'm like a real professional comic book guy. So yeah, if you go to that, if you go to the Bangor Comic and Toy Convention in May, please come say hi to me. I'll be the person standing in front of a table with comic books. Looking awkward. Someone was asking me the other day if I use a lot of photo reference. I really don't. And I think with comics, with a lot of this sort of commercial art, it's so much about speed. And I'm trying to get faster. I know I was just saying how I love being able to take my time and enjoy it. And that is true. There's nobody waiting on me. I don't have to rush. But I want to try to improve my speed. That's always kind of the balancing act. Like, how do you get faster without sacrificing quality? Like this pose right here. That's a weird pose. You know? And I just kind of like off the top of my head was like, yeah, that's basically how a human body looks. And that's vaguely how the lighting would be. Structurally, probably. Yeah, definitely photo reference if there's something I like. If a script called for World War II era tank, it's like, oh, I don't know what that looks like. That would be where I would be using a lot of photo reference. Or 1960s ranch home. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. But other than that, like, I'm not writing stuff that I wouldn't really want to draw, and that's another great thing about doing indie comics. Like, I'm the writer of this. I wrote these. When I wrote them, I said, what do I want to draw? Awesome things. Cool. Done. I think, like Eric Larson, Savage Dragon, that he's definitely one of my idols, and you look at his stuff, it's like, what does he want to draw? Jack Kirby action. Awesome. Do it. What takes place in this story? Fight scene. Awesome. Do it. I think that when you're I think writer artists have that ability to create stuff that they want. That's what I'm doing. Like I said previously, nobody looks at Jack Kirby for, subtle, mundane, conversational. No, it's like you want Jack Kirby, you want the big Kirby crackle, you want the power and excitement of a Jack Kirby comic book. You want something boring. That's why I want to create stuff that's awesome. So people are like, oh, awesome stuff. Yeah, that's what I want. Everybody likes more awesome stuff. Just make awesome stuff. Southern Wisconsin or Northern Illinois. Stephen, I don't even know where those places are. I've spoken briefly previously in a Facebook Live about how I'm terrible at geography. Terrible at geography, math, and those two, really, are my major. Like, I don't know where things are. People ask me for, like, directions. Like, I don't know. Directions I'm terrible at. Geography, terrible. Math, terrible. Drawing awesome stuff, awesome. Adam, find it better to write my own. Keeps the vision of the book on track. Yeah, I mean, if you can, I've worked, the thing is I've worked, just very occasionally with writers, and it's different. It's definitely a different experience. I like it. I like hearing what other people have and what they're doing and what their technique and process is. It's fascinating, but yeah, it is different. It's one of those things that, like with a lot of things, I want to get better at, because that's, comic books are supposed to be collaborative, and at some point I'm hoping to be able to collaborate with people. But I think it's important that you develop, just draw what you love, because the more you draw what you love and the more you create stuff that you're passionate about, then the more motivated you're going to be to work on it. Like, if I had projects that I was like, ugh, this is a grind, and then you don't want to do it. You're not going to finish it. It's not going to be good. So, especially when you can make, if your choices are work on stuff you love or work on stuff you have to do because you have to do it, work on the stuff you love if you can choose. The stuff you have to do, yeah, if you have to do it. So yeah, big announcement. Top Cat Talent Hunt 2018-2017 has been announced. I put the link down below. I'm excited to hear if other people are going to be doing it. I have submitted before, and I'm going to be submitting again, and I'm really excited. I think it's great. They're going to be doing their Tithe and Think Tank books in this year's Talent Hunt, and so cool that they're offering this to creators, up-and-coming creators that want to try to break in, although what breaking in even mean anymore? Breaking in. I don't even know what that means. Does anybody break in anymore? I think everybody just kind of sneaks in. Not like it used to be where it's like, wow, look at this talent coming out of nowhere. Now it's more like, yeah, he's been around for a while. Now suddenly people notice. It's a 10-year overnight success. Madison, Milwaukee, or Chicago? I've heard that the C2E2 show, that's in Chicago, right? That one's huge. I'd love to go to that. I'd just go as a fan. That'd be cool. There's a bunch of great creators that did that. It was last week. you went to that, let me know. I'd love to hear how it was. I hate lines. Yeah, I hate standing in line. So, I went to Boston Comic Con as a fan, and stood in line, and the line went around the convention center and all the way back, and then like around again. It was incredible. Wonderful that there are so many people, and it was organized well. I mean, people were filing in and queuing up, well run, but just massive line. And I hate lines. I'm not patient enough to stand in lines. So, I mean, that's the reason I've never done that. Never gone to San Diego. It's just, I don't want to stand in lines that long. I don't like it. I don't have the patience for it. Adam, Buried in Collaboration Event. Buried in Collaboration Event? What are you working on? Anything cool? You're always doing commissions, right? That's kind of your... Must have some sweet commissions to do. I don't do commissions. I would. If anybody wants me to do a commission, let me know. I could. I'll drop Batman for you. Alright, thank you all so much for your time and attention. Hey, Dylan Distraction, Batlantic Studios. Thanks so much for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. Such a thrill to be able to do a little live drawing for you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a fabulous Friday evening. I'm going to go get Thai food and then lay on the couch and rest my back. So, thank you again, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. Batlanticstudios.com. Let me know if you have any questions and comments, share, like this video. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Top Cow Talent Hunt. Fingers crossed. Thumbs up, fingers crossed. All right, see ya.